and welcome to a very special episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. Today, we're coming to you from the Bergen Equestrian Center, located in Leonia. We'll learn more about this horse habitat later on in this episode. But first, let's trek on to Florham Park, where I was at the Ed Lucas Foundation Gala. Under a brilliant summer sky in Florham Park, friends, fans, and baseball legends gathered for more than just a round of golf. This was the annual David Cone Celebrity Golf Classic, a day where sports history meets a lasting legacy of giving. Well, we are here for another beautiful year. The weather cooperated this time. Tell us what's going on here tonight at Brooklyn Country Club.
Well, we have a sellout crowd. We had a sellout of golfers, first time in our history in terms of golfers and people for dinner, and we're just thrilled. We're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Met and Yankee World Series, and we have a lot of athletes from both teams.
And this year, the spotlight was on Yankees legend Roger Clemens. I mentioned to you off camera, I love that you're here tonight in this Yankees mix. It's like an appetizer for Old Timers Day, right? Being here with your teammates. How exciting is that for you?
Well, we're going to rebrand Old Timers Day. We're not calling that anymore. It's going to be called Reunion Day. No Old Timers Day. First time back for that. Get to see a lot of cool, my teammates that made us all look good through those championship runs, and here for the cause, with Ed Lucas and Coney doing their thing. I think it's really cool. I just celebrated, 33 years of my foundation, the Roger Clemens Foundation. We deal with at-risk children. But I think it's really cool when the other athletes get behind and put their heart and soul into it. And then you and I get to be in front of the camera doing this, but the real heroes are the guys get in their pockets and make the big donations. But anytime we can get out and play a little golf, it's fun because you get to spend 4 hours with some guys who donated some great money to hang out with you. Whether they can golf or not, or I can golf, it doesn't matter. They get to know me a little bit better than seeing me with that behind that glove and the stare and my, how serious I am about my work. So it's a lot of fun.
Clemens and host David Cone share more than a history on the mound. They share the bond of carrying forward the mission of the late Ed Lucas, a blind sports writer who inspired generations. You bring all of this talent here to Florham Park, New Jersey every year, and it keeps getting bigger and better.
It is. It's a real tribute to the people behind the scenes who make this thing work, and sponsors. Jersey Mike's now a huge sponsor of ours. We love those guys. They've taken it. Their sponsorship has really helped us take it to another level. Why
are you so invested in the Ed Lucas Foundation?
I connect the dots to the generations, to Scooter Rizzuto, to Stick Michael. There's a tradition and a history there that's just unmatched.
And they all come out today. I mean, you had Roy White, some of the 80s guys, obviously the 90s, and you brought Roger Clemens back into the mix.
Rocket's the best, and he's the headliner. He's the headliner of all headliners.
He really is. Talk about being his teammate back in those amazing days.
He was amazing. The preparation, his intensity level before a game was just unreal. And the way he competed, how seriously he took it, how much he was invested in his teammates and his team, it was just remarkable to watch.
Who else came out here today that you want to shout out?
Oh, so many people. Chuck Knobloch, Ramiro Mendoza, Jim Leyritz, El Duque Hernandez, Orlando Hernandez. The list goes on. And it's not just baseball players. John Starks from the Knicks is here. There's musicians, there's actors from The Sopranos that are here. I mean, that's the beauty of this event. It brings out all walks of life.
And the money raised tonight, where does it go to?
To the Ed Lucas Foundation. And the Ed Lucas Foundation for the Blind is not just for research. It's not just for money that you don't know where it goes. It goes right into the homes, people that need help, people that really need caregivers in their home. It's real tangible. That's probably the best part about it.
The Ed Lucas Foundation funds scholarships and programs to ensure that young people, no matter their challenges, can achieve all of their goals. What does it mean to you to be able to still carry on his legacy in a way such as this?
It means everything to me because Ed was a very special man in my life, and I just feel that it's now my mission in life to carry out his work. Ed felt that he was very fortunate than a lot of people, even though he was blind. He never considered himself handicapped. So his philosophy was just to give back to others that he felt were less fortunate, and that's what we do.
Adding to the day's artistry, renowned sports painter James Fiorentino, capturing the soul of the game's greatest names. What makes you so invested in the mission of the organization?
It is personal in the sense that, like, I met Ed when I was a teenager, really. He saw me at Yogi Berra's golf outing and said, I'd love for you to come be a celebrity at my event. And I think from that point on, I felt always, he was just so good to me. So, I think the personal relationship with Ed, and then obviously what we're doing, like where all the money's going, whether it's the Seeing Eye, to juvenile diabetes, to Seton Hall for scholarships. So we're doing really good things. It's very personal, and I'm just really happy that it's been very successful.
It's part golf tournament, part reunion, and a celebration of everything Ed Lucas stood for: resilience, opportunity, and the belief that the next generation's story deserves to be told. From the fairways to the dinner table, the 2025 David Cohn Celebrity Golf Classic proved that legends don't just live in record books. Sometimes they live in the ways they give back. The Bergen Equestrian Center is more than just a stable. It's a place where passion meets tradition. Under the leadership of owner Anna Gassib, riders of all ages and skill levels are finding their way into the saddle. In today's segment, we take you inside this local hub where the bond between horse and rider continues to grow. Anna, thank you for welcoming us to your home. I am just blown away by this operation.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're in Bergen County.
Yes.
So this land is owned by the county.
Yes. The land is owned by the county. The buildings are owned by the county. And I own the company that operates it. So the horses, the equipment, the programs are owned by Indian Hills Farm. And the county is kind enough to let me operate out of here. So I have a long-term lease with the county. So they're, in effect, my landlord.
Okay. Yeah. How many horses reside here?
So it depends on the time of year. Obviously, for different times of year, we have different things going on. But somewhere around 75 horses that are pretty much permanent residents.
Yeah. And every one of them has a name.
Every one of them has a name, has a personality.
Yeah.
Has a job. Has, someone that loves them, someone that takes care of them.
Talk about the level of care these horses receive here.
So the level of care is pretty extensive. So we have a full-time crew of about 25 people that operate around the clock because they're horses and anything can happen.
Yeah.
So we do have a night crew that comes on, but they're handled constantly. They're fed multiple times a day. They're watered. They're hosed down, as you see, when it's really warm out. They're ridden, they're exercised, they are walked. No horse here works more than 2 hours a day, and they don't work more than 5 days a week.
And define their work.
So it could be anything from working in our therapy groups, and we have quite a few of those that go on here. We work a lot with the Women's Rights Organization and victims of crime, as well as we partner up with many different local hospitals, or they can be ridden. They would either give a beginner lesson or a jumping lesson, depending on the level of person or the level of rider. We match them up with the appropriate horse.
But the experience goes beyond sport. At our stable life, located inside the Bergen Equestrian Center, Anna Gassib also highlights the therapeutic side of riding. For many, working with horses can ease stress, improve focus, and even support physical and emotional healing. How did you marry horses with such therapies for them?
So I always knew what horses did for me. When you're around horses, you can't be in a bad mood. You can't kind of be brought down, right? They're part of nature. They're You know, you can look into their eyes and see your own soul. That's how deep the connection goes. Horses actually, there's a lot of scientific information about this and research. Horses will actually sync up their heart rate to ours.
What?
Yes, yeah.
Why?
So
What's the science behind that?
It's about connection. It's about connection. So think about, like, we walk around on 2 feet. Okay, they have 4 feet on the ground, so they're far more grounded and in their truth than we are. We're really good at lying to ourselves. Oh no, I'm fine. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you just said that and not meant it?
Of course.
Right? They won't do that. They're in their truth. So it forces us to say, okay, what's really going on here? That's one of the reasons they've been so successful with veterans in our huge veterans program. We have we did a study with Columbia University. It was over quite a few years where we matched up horses with veterans with PTSD. And we ran this program for many years and continue to run it. It is of no cost to veterans, and they're able to work with the horses at liberty. Some of it's at liberty, which means the horses have nothing attached to them, right? But you're also at liberty. So when the horses feel unsafe, they'll move away from you, right? They're animals of flight. But you have the choice to move away too, right? So when I work with a lot of women's organizations, when I mention that as a concept, like, you're at liberty too. If you feel unsafe, you can leave too. Like, you can walk away. That's an unbelievable concept to a lot of people. Like I said, we run several programs with veterans, and it's been so successful because horses are naturally hypervigilant. They're naturally in the moment. They naturally are able to pick up whatever's going on around them. Their survival depends on it. And if a person is living in that hypersensitive or hypervigilant state, a lot of women that have been survivors of domestic violence, a lot of folks that are victims of crime, and are veterans, right? They're operating in that hypervigilant state. It mirrors what goes on with the horse.
You see the changes in the horses depending on the vibes that are being given off.
Absolutely.
Do you notice the domestic violence victims, the veterans, they kind of ease into it a little more?
Absolutely.
It probably transforms them, right? Because all of their problems go away when you encounter a beautiful horse.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and it's something as simple as, okay, let's take a horse and walk down here. Now, if you're talking about a survivor of domestic violence, right? We're giving her little tidbits, but we're not really giving her the instructions of how to walk a 1,200-pound animal.
Yeah. Takes your mind off of everything.
Everything. You have to be in the moment, right? So what does that feel like? It's a relief from the depression. It's a relief from fear, right? It's a little respite, just a little respite that can be offered, right? That the horses allow us to share in, a little respite.
How did you get your start working with them?
So I always loved horses. I actually was in the business arena for quite a long time. I worked for a variety of banks in the women's group, and I used to do women entrepreneurial lending.
Oh, cool.
So I always kind of had a calling for it. So many of the women that I've worked with from the domestic violence areas are now entrepreneurs.
Wow.
They started their own business, and we'll be showcasing them in October.
What are you doing with them?
So we do run fundraisers here for other organizations, or sister organizations, if you will. And the one we're doing is for the Women's Rights Center in October. We call it Equine and Chocolate, because we have chocolatiers come in.
Wow.
Yes, who doesn't love chocolate? Anyway, so we have chocolatiers come in, and we're going to showcase some of the women that were formerly clients who have moved on and opened their own hair salons and opened their own, whatever program, that they have.
Wow. So this really brings together all of your loves and passions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shifting gears to families and kids.
Yes.
I mean, this must be a jackpot for families. What do you do
Absolutely.
for families here in the Garden State?
So we go soup to nuts with families and kids. every little kid's fantasy, male or female, is to hop on a horse. You know,
Absolutely.
little boys want to be cowboys. Little girls want to jump fences. Okay. So yeah, we take them from soup to nuts. But there's also we encourage the families to get involved too, and they can get involved in grooming a horse.
Wow.
They can get involved in riding a horse. They can get involved in any of it. So,
Anything else you want to mention before we go riding? So hopefully not my death.
well, I encourage everybody to visit our website, see the different programs that we have. We have anything from summer camps. We also partner with the Audubon Society, which is in the back, and we have a wonderful butterfly garden, and the after-school programs. And,
What do you do with the after-school programs?
So with the after-school programs, and we do a lot of this with our local rec centers. We partner up with our local rec centers where we'll teach kids and adults how to groom and how to ride. Our programs are like, they are 12 months out of the year. We don't stop. We have a covered indoor arena, so we go all year round with our programs, absolutely. Our Stable Life is the donation section of the program. So if any of your viewers want to donate, you can go to my website, and right there, a pop-up is the donation page, and you can support different programs for victims of crime, for the Women's Rights Center and all of that, and we can continue our programming.
What is your website?
It's BergenEquestrianCenter.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This
my
was
pleasure.
So wonderful.
My pleasure. And we'll get you on a horse. and
Okay.
We're going to
A
get you
little
going.
shaky, but let's go.
We're going to get you going. All right.
Thank you. Let's talk about their cuisine. What do horses eat?
So horses eat grain.
And I don't want to see
Yes. I told you, he's got big lips.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
So they eat grain, they eat hay, they eat grass, oats. We don't feed them a lot of oats because it's really not that great for them. Their intestinal system, they get bran mash. I'm talking, okay? It's not about you. I'm talking.
I don't have any more, buddy. I'm
So
sorry.
they get bran mash once a week. I'm talking. So, but mostly it's hay. Their diet is mostly hay.
I mean, these animals are like 1,000 pounds. So how much food and water do they have on a daily basis?
So each, these guys, on a day like today, would probably drink 20 to 30 gallons of water a day. As far as food, these guys get hay all day long. So at least 40 pounds of hay, some grain.
Like you said, 75 horses, all different names, personalities, types.
As you see.
And they each have an individual diet plan,
Oh,
care
yes,
plan,
yes.
and you're on top of everything.
Yes, yeah. Like I said, we have about,
Excuse me.
he's got something to say.
I know. What do these horses want to tell
He's
me?
like, where's my other
I don't
treat?
have
Where's my other treat?
Sorry. Our team was invited to saddle up right here at the Bergen Equestrian Center to get a first-hand feel for the rhythm, balance, and thrill that comes with being on horseback.
Okie dokie.
No. How do I get on this thing?
This is Danielle. She lives right here in Teaneck. And she's been coming here since she was about 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay.
And now she's all grown up.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Leg over and in you go. Now sit up.
Okay.
Tall, leg forward. So your leg needs a lot of different things in the horses.
Can you just help me with the right? Oh, I got it. I got it. I am shocked. That was not like klutzy.
Just sit back a little bit.
Me?
Sit up nice
Like
and
me?
tall.
Who else is on this?
Sit up. You got it.
Like this?
Yeah, there you go. So when you sit up, lean forward a little bit, that's a sign that you're nervous. So that's, he's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to go
What
forward.
gave that away?
So you kind of want to project confidence,
Okay.
and sitting up tall gives off the impression that you're not nervous.
Hmm.
And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna put them forward. Trust, there you go. When you put your hands forward, you're showing him that you trust him not to go anywhere.
So when I watch like the Kentucky Derby, the jockeys. They're like leaning all the way.
So they want to get as far out of their tack as possible. They want to be as light as possible, so they're not going to be a hindrance to their horse, right? So they want to go, in order to go fast and you're sitting on their back, then it slows them down, right? That's why you see them leaning forward, and you'll see them go even more forward when they're on the home stretch, because they're trying to get their horses to go really fast.
Is the horse liking me? Am I doing a good job?
Yeah.
I'm feeling more comfortable, like I'm sitting
The
back.
the more you stay on them, the more you ride, the more comfortable you'll feel, and then the more they'll feel comfortable. Generally, we start off at the walk. We start off with learning how to steer and learning how to stop and go. And those are kind of the core ingredients to learning how to ride. Because if you have trouble steering at the walk, you're going to have more trouble steering at the trot and the canter, right? So if you want to practice your steering right now, we can go right ahead. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands off of his neck while holding onto the rein.
Okay, like so,
You'll
like
he'll
this?
be fine, yep. And then you're going to take your right rein and you're going to pull right towards you. Do you see how he turns his head to the right in order to keep going?
And the body goes,
To the
and
right.
then
And then if
let's
you want to
straighten
go
out.
straight out, you want to pull on your left rein.
okay, to go toward you.
Yep.
Okay.
And be careful that when you
Look
pull,
at this!
Yeah, you're
wow.
and be careful that when you're steering one way, you're not pulling the other rein as well, right? So you don't want to be pulling your left rein as you're trying to turn right, because to him that might mean stop. And if you want to practice the stop, you can practice it right now too. So
How?
you're going to pull back on both reins.
Like this?
Yep.
Wow.
There you go. And
How long does it take to train a horse to know these cues?
So it's equivalent. Horses are really smart and they pick up things really quickly. It's similar to dogs. Like the more you ask them a question and the more they give you an answer and it's a correct answer and you reward them for it, then they learn as fast as that, right? If you're confusing about your rewards, then they might not pick it up. More or less, it's about most horses and their learning can learn in a couple of rides. So it's just about fine tuning and perfecting it. So average to get from like perfectly like that is probably around a year or two for everything total.
Yeah.
But horses are always learning. They're learning till they're
What's
7
he
or
doing?
8.
It's like vibrating up there. Okay. Should we go? How do we turn around?
Oh, you tell me. You're gonna pull
right.
You're gonna pull your left rein all the way around and don't stop until he turns around. You got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow. Okay.
That was expert. That was really good.
Wow. Okay. Sign me up. On behalf of my co-host here, Daybreak, thank you for joining us for this very special episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Faldo. We'll see you back here next week. Giddy up, Daybreak! Next week on Your New Jersey.
And not to be long-winded, but when people ask me, why are you running for governor? I really feel strongly about this. 3 generations of us have achieved our American dream right here in New Jersey. I want today's New Jerseyans and future generations to feel confident they too can achieve their American dream right here in New Jersey.
Absolutely. And this is the best place to achieve that dream. I mean,
Really,
we got
I believe
everything. We're a small but mighty state.
Yes.
And I couldn't love it anymore.
We could be
Truly.
we could be mightier, but
We
that's
could
what
be-
this campaign's
well,
all about.
Yes.
If you genuinely like and care about people, this is the greatest business in the world. If you genuinely like problem solving, which I do, I'm a CEO. I love problem solving. This is the greatest business in the world. And the third thing I'll say is when something I love is broken, I'm determined to fix it, no matter what it might be. And right now, New Jersey's broken. It can be fixed. Leadership matters. So that's what this campaign is all about.
So you're loving life in Washington. You're getting a lot done. But now you turned to being governor of the state. So what inspired you to run for that office?
So I am really proud of the work I've done in Washington. In fact, I was told early on that, you know, Mikey, if you're here for about 20 years, you can really make a difference. And I remember thinking, wow, I might not be here in 2 years, right? This is a tough, you know, this at the time was a tough seat and working hard to hold it. So at that time, I got to work, and in only my second term, I was named the most effective member of the New Jersey delegation because of the broad coalitions I was able to build. But Congress has gotten more and more difficult to work, and we've seen less and less get done. And I started to feel that it was governors that were going to be able to truly serve the people of the state very well. And they're pragmatic. You know, the fact that the buck stops with governors. So you've got to get stuff done. You've got to deliver for the people of the state, or you won't be in power very long. And that was really, and is really, attractive to me. I want to be able to deliver for people in New Jersey to the best of my ability. I think being governor is where that will happen.
It certainly will, because we need that help.